Hey guys, Bob Vieira, Universal Short Sales. Today we're going to jump in to an article posted by DS News recently. Foreclosures have likely peaked for 2022. So there's two interesting points I want to bring up with this article. And again, you guys could find this over on DS News. Number one, foreclosure activity nationwide is up year over year, 57%. And the actual completions went up 98%. So starting with the first one, 57% activity. I think that's very telling because last year, foreclosures picked up a bit, but they were unable to be completed, meaning a lot of times the banks, they still held off, gave people forbearances, and really held things off because of the pandemic. A lot of those moratoriums were still in place. The 98% completion rate is very, very interesting, but it's not surprising because of the moratoriums, a lot of lenders were not able to complete the foreclosures. So obviously a lot of those moratoriums are up now. So banks are actually able to complete the foreclosures, which is why it's up 98% year over year. That's the first thing. The second thing, I'm going to scroll down here. The author gives states and cities with the highest foreclosure activity in the month of November. So by state by state, the top states with the highest foreclosure activity, we have Illinois, Delaware, and Jersey. I have to say personally, I watch this stuff very closely being in my business, and this is not a surprise. These three states are the usual suspects: Illinois, Delaware, Jersey, Florida, Pennsylvania, New York. There's states that come in the top 5 and the top 10 literally every year, no matter how the economy is doing. And these three states are a perfect example, and they align just where I thought they were going to be. So no surprise there. Let's move on to the cities. We have Cleveland, Chicago, Riverside, California, and Philly. Again, I have to say, by looking at these cities, not a big surprise. Philly's always up there when it comes to pre-foreclosures. Cleveland's always up there when it comes to pre-foreclosures. And then Riverside, California is interesting. If you look back at data from the last financial crash we had back in 2008, 2009, the years after that crash, Riverside, California was absolutely stacked when it came to short sales and pre-foreclosures. It's pretty crazy. So I have to say, I'm not surprised by Riverside on that list either. And then scrolling down a little bit more, the author talks about completed foreclosures, which is Illinois, New York, PA, Michigan, and Ohio. Again, as I said before, there's just no surprise with those states. So if you guys want to read this article, go to DS News, and the title is "Foreclosures Have Likely Peaked for 2022. Talk to you guys soon.